What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 40, chapters Jötunn and Triumphant Return at Dawn. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest with you. It's the same O that Ozil has, who's one of my old favourite football players. Ozil. That's Jötunn, I think. Again, I'm not really sure. I think that's like a German / Scandinavian O. I don't really know, to be honest with you. It sounds like a pretty Scandinavian name, doesn't it? But yeah, awesome few chapters last time out, though the ending of the last one we saw was not too promising. Funny enough, I did just get told today about I haven't read, but told today about the kind of stat book or whatever it's called that was released a couple chapters back, and apparently it said Casca's main line is "ow," and funny enough, that is how we ended off the last chapter, isn't it? Ow! Again, I find that quite funny because as a person, Casca should be remembered for how she was, but to be honest with you, with the amount of work time she said "ow," that might be her main line, just pure numbers wise. It sucks. But yeah, just going to recap the last chapters quickly here. Just very quickly. It's a lot of action, of course. Saw Shirka's mistress. Saw the little baby. Again, I would say I'm surprised we didn't see the Moonlight Boy, but we did, to be fair. We saw a little scene, a little flashback type deal of the Moonlight Boy, didn't we? As we fixed Casca, and she actually returned. It actually worked, but again, I'm wondering if she's got to deal with the kind of stress and such of that whole remembering what happened as she sees Guts at the end of the episode here, at the end of the chapter, should I say? Love this, by the way. Love this beautiful looking outfit, look like a Valkyrie, which is very fitting. Casca, and there it is, which I spoke about, the little shot of the Moonlight Boy. Do you know what I've been listening to a lot recently? I've been listening a lot to the soundtrack for Silent Hill. I've watched playthroughs of Silent Hill years back and such, but I've never actually played. I think I played one of the games. I think it was like a Wii game. I don't remember having too much fun with it, but I remember playing a Wii game. Silent Hill Wii game at one point in my life, but I'm now currently playing Silent Hill 2. I downloaded the HD collection, which I bought, and then I looked up reviews after, which is stupid. I saw all the reviews are like negative and say it's all glitchy and terrible and such, and I wouldn't have bought it if I saw that, but I've started playing it and it's absolutely fine. The only bug I've got is that I can't see my health. I'm not sure if it's because I've turned the brightness all the way up, but my health bar just doesn't, like, when I press pause on the menu, it just it doesn't have any colours. I can tell if it's low or not by how quickly the kind of glitch lines are running. But yeah, that's the only issue, and I'll take that because apparently it's a really hard game to get hold of. What's going on here? Oh, I see. So why can't I zoom out? But yeah, really enjoying it. I'm playing Silent Hill 2 at the minute, and then in the collection it's just Silent Hill 2 and 3. So I think they're like the two best ones. I've heard the Room's pretty good as well. Again, I've seen a playthrough of the Room and it looked very interesting. But honestly, it was very, I spent like an hour just wandering about trying to figure out what to do. Lucky there's guides and such nowadays, because that really helped me. Because there's some stuff that I look back again. Sorry to go on a tangent so early, but I look back and it's like, how did gamers like the early 2000s, without the internet and such, do what needed to be done? Like, I imagine at some point you would just be wandering around enough to do the specific things you're required to do. But it's like, for me, I would have I might, if I was a kid especially, I might have just quit the game because I wouldn't know how to progress. Like certain specific areas you need to revisit and go back to, and very Resident Evil kind of in that kind of backtracking essence. And I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil recently as well. Just finished 100%ing Resident Evil 7, finished every achievement, and probably the hardest game I've 100%ed so far. Ethan Must Die was pretty difficult. So yeah, apologies about the pause there, but yeah, just Ethan Must Die was pretty difficult, especially starting off. I feel like it was absolutely fine. Like I'd done the first half of it, just after about 10 attempts, I'd just sweep through the first half of it, no damage, wouldn't have to fire a single bullet. I would need a pistol if I wanted to get some good loot, but it wasn't necessary. And that was manageable, but it's just like when you pass through the areas that you haven't explored before, I think especially going into the Marguerite fight was very difficult. I had to again look up on YouTube how to get past that section just because it was very tough. But yeah, that was quite difficult. 21 plus was pretty fun, and like I'm pretty good at like I never liked 21. I've never liked blackjack. It wasn't exactly blackjack, but I've always been a big fan of like poker and stuff and working out probabilities and stuff and things like that. So I actually got that one relatively quickly, but I can imagine that one actually being very hard for a lot of people, especially because there's some very unfair kind of trump cards played in the final. But I beat the final one first time. I think it took me less than 10 attempts throughout the whole of 21. Again, I'm quite good with kind of maths and counting and such like that. I think it's pretty easy when you can count, especially if you get more cards. I think it's pretty easy when you can count what's left and what the maximum kind of possible hand your opponent has is and such. It's lucky blackjack doesn't work like that in real life. But yeah, that one was pretty tough. I think the Joe Must Die was pretty tough as well. Especially with the hunters, but overall it wasn't that bad. I'd say it's the hardest 100% I've ever done. I've never really been someone to like 100% achievement some like game or something. I just usually like play it and have fun. But with the Resident Evil games, there's something about it. I've 100%ed everyone I've played, by the way. I imagine I'm coming up with Village next after I play some Silent Hill, and that's probably going to be quite tough from the sounds of things, but. There's something about Resident Evil that just makes you like. I love the games. There's something about it that just makes you want to collect everything, explore every area, just beat everything on the hardest difficulty. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just it's one of my absolute favorite franchises. I need to replay Resident Evil 1 Remake because that's a game I haven't played in over 10 years. Again, since the Wii days, I remember buying the remake on. I think it was on the Wii. It might have honestly been on GameCube, and I might put a little disc in on the GameCube, but I can't exactly remember. I remember playing it on the Wii though, for sure, and I loved it back then. I never completed it because again I was a kid, so there's like plenty of things you just don't do as a kid. You want things to be pretty linear and like kids games, but Resident Evil is not that. End of tangent. I just wanted to say my progress because I'm quite proud. I've been 100% and then Resident Evil 4 was so easy to 100%. I think there's only 12 achievements. The hardest being the kind of practice aim, the practice arena shooting game thing, and even that wasn't very difficult. But yeah, back to Berserk, where we had this scene here, and Casca's mind. I think this is like resembles like the memories kind of pouring into her mind right here. Like these are like the wiring in her brain, and the truth is kind of like coming through that, perhaps. But yeah, let's see how we end off. I kind of got to go on a bit of this chapter's got many less likes than the last one. Oh my god. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say now. I see that. Not too promising seeing this little likes. Are these like the dog soldiers right here? Oh, they're actually giant, I think, aren't they? Oh god. But again, I'm really especially loving the tone of Silent Hill right now. The soundtrack. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's just a tree. I thought that was another thingy. Yeah, really, especially like loving the soundtrack and just the vibe, just like wandering in the mist is really cool. But like when you go into a building, I think the fat guy with the blonde hair and the blue shirt. I can't remember his name, But meeting him for the first time, I went to his room and I was like, "What the fuck is that sound?" And it's just him like throwing up, and it sounds like he's taking a shit or throwing up at the same time. It sounds horrible. You enter that room, you're like, "What the fuck?" I just went straight back out. I was like, "Nope." But yeah. So I like this guy especially. He's like, I wouldn't say really is kind of relatively new to the being hung, isn't he? This guy up here. Still got his muscle. Still got a lot of muscle. Tendons and such. And then we got this. Lovely. It's always horrific, like especially the first thing that comes to mind. I've told you guys the story before about how first time I watched Texas Chainsaw remake. That was the first one I watched. I think it's the 2003 remake. It might have been I don't know. Sometimes I confuse the 2003 remake with the sequel to it because they're quite similar. But I just again remember watching it, being fucking terrified, and then a chainsaw starting up by my neighbour and thinking it was coming for me. But yeah, it always takes me back seeing stuff like this to the scene of the when Leatherface puts on the like human mask, and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I have watched the original, but I think if I watched that first / watched it earlier, I would have regarded it. It's always going to be a classic, don't get me wrong. But for me, I didn't have like I still enjoy it, but it's not as good as other Texas Chainsaws, in my opinion. Although I know that's a very unpopular opinion. It didn't impact me as much because I saw what came afterwards first. Lovely stuff here, though. Oh wow, that guy's just wearing like a house on its head. Cool designs here. I like these. Guy's got a boat. Got a boat helmet. So he's got a bit of a boat armor as well. He looks a bit like maybe what a human version of Borkoff would look like. I like this guy a lot though. He's got like his tree house. He looks out of just a random stick. Not sure what this is, but it kind of looks like a beehive. These guys wearing a lot of shields. This guy wearing skeletons as well. Pretty cool. And yeah, I didn't point out, but this guy's also got a skeleton on the top of his house. And a little human armor to cover his man parts. Who are they up against? The demons. Oh, looks like there's gonna be some cool designs in here. Hey, is that? Wait, that's fucking thingy, isn't it? What's his name? Diamond Dragon guy. I forget his fucking name now. Grundle, Grundle, Grundeld, Grun something. I'm close, aren't I? Grundel, Berserk, Grun. Is Grumbeld? I thought that sounded weird. I guess that is Grumbeld. Okay. Doesn't roll off the tongue. That's definitely him there, though, isn't it? Unmistakably. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice Sword. Is he there? Oh yeah, Zod's right there, of course. Anyone else we recognise? Griffith in the middle there, which I didn't even see. That's about it. Ooh, I love a praying mantis. I've never seen one in person. I want to. I love them. Little praying mantis demon here. Love that. There is Grunwald. The diamond dragon. It's not diamond, is it? But in black and white, it looks like diamond. It could be anything in black and white. So, like, what's going on here? Where does this come from? Is this like what's happening right now? I don't think this is in Casca's mind, is it? I think it's just like actually happening. I'm guessing these are like giants that have now become a thing due to Griffith and the giant tree. They're enemies of Griffith. Spider demon. I like spiders as well. Saw a massive house spider the other day. Took a while, but I put it in my hand. I just put it out of sight. That's the thing. It's the best thing to do with these spiders. Just put it out of sight. Put it in a corner somewhere. Let it do its work behind the scenes of your house. Oh, we have got some humans here as well. So what side are the humans on? Because these giants... Oh, they're on the side of Griffith, of course. I was going to say, these giants are like, they're wearing like human skulls and armor and shit, so they're very much not on the side of humans. But if the humans knew what really happened and was going on, I imagine the humans might change their aim towards the demons. Or I'd hope they would. But again, it's the demons, funny enough, that are giving them their salvation at the minute, so... Oh, headshot. I feel quite bad, because I do quite like giants. I've been watching a lot of One Piece, so... Quite a fan of giants, actually. Quite noble and strong creatures in One Piece. They're lovely people, actually. Every single one I've seen. Fortunate souls. And you feel quite bad because probably their IQ is probably not the highest, but these are just like big humans. They're just big men. It does make me think like, oh, imagine that there was an alternate route of where we could actually like work together with these giants and such, and we could take down Griffith. Fortunately, it might look like they might be exterminated. Every single one of these giants. Now here come the humans and Griffith. Okay, I was not expecting this today, honestly. But then again, I had no idea what Jötunn means. Maybe that's the name of these creatures, Jötunn. I'm hoping we get back with Casca for the final chapter. I was hoping to see what happened there. Don't slow down, Sir Mule. If they catch you, you're finished. They'll pluck your head off. I realise that, Sir Laban. Who'd ever allow these man-eating savages to... Is that Sonia helping him out? I forget what her name is. The Oracle, is it? The Oracle of the Hawk? You almost got crushed, Mr. Mule. Wham. Chuck your rocks. Oh, absolutely speared. And let's root for the Jötunn here. Honestly, Mill has such close calls. Lord Griffith, the heart of the enemy's will is east of the battlefield, atop the hill. A path has already been cleared. But be careful. An ominous shadow lurks in the grove behind the hill. An ominous shadow. Who could that be? Who would that be? I hope it's Skull Knight, because I haven't seen Skull Knight for ages. I don't think it is, but like, why would Skull Knight be here? Pretty sure he'd very much judge this a lost fight if he was on the side of the Jötunn. Again, I imagine they're called the Jötunn. Could be wrong about that. So this is him. Holy crap. Tremble, tremble. Is he drinking out of a giant bell? Oh, look at these. He's got little pet trolls. I like that, actually. I like that. Fuck those things up. Horrible little creatures. I love his armor here, though. Like prehistoric dinosaur armor. Like, holy shit. Does that mean dinosaurs are a thing? You wouldn't think so, because they're not mythical creatures, are they? They're more legendary. Would you say they're more legendary? Because I think legendaries are like based off something. Just think they're actual beings, so like they're not really legendary or mythical, but they'd be more accurately described as legendary than mythical, right? So I don't think dinosaurs are back. But I imagine in the legend / myth of these Jötunn or giants that they would like prey on dinosaurs and stuff, perhaps. Either way, pretty damn awesome. Though I'm not really liking how this. I think that's like a spine, but the spine looks ominously like the symbol of the hawk, doesn't it? But yeah, this guy's got like so many jaws on him. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 jaws, just like on his armor from giant dinosaurs. Spines, rib cages. It's pretty fucking awesome, doesn't it? I wonder if all you guys could tell me what skeletons these are as well. I think that one's some kind of like Tyrannosaurus-like creature. That's the thing, isn't there? There's like a lot of dinosaurs that look a lot alike, but got like different names. Like there's like a Tyrannosaurus, but there's like smaller Tyrannosaurus, like different, like slightly different features, colors and such. Size Tyrannosaurus, type dinosaurs is there's a lot. My favorite always used to be the Spinosaurus. Probably because of Jurassic Park. Is it 2 or 3? I don't remember, but I used to love a Spinosaurus. There's also a I have vivid memories of primary school waiting to talk to the head teacher, which I was terrified of, and reading books about dinosaurs. I'm not sure what dinosaur this is, or this one. This one looks like it'd be pretty nasty, honestly. I think that's... I don't know what that is, because it looks like a Triceratops, but I'm pretty sure Triceratops don't have teeth like that. Don't know what that is either. If any of you guys have any idea, do let me know. Is this the shadowy? Is this the ominous shadow though? Like, what is this ominous shadow that she's talking about? I don't think it's this guy, because these guys, I wouldn't say ominous. I feel like they're pretty like in your face, kind of just giant arseholes. What is this? Oh, fuck. Oh, we've seen this before, haven't we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen this guy before. Release the Hydra. When did we see this last? It was a while ago, right? I remember it, but I don't know where I remember it from. Hydra. It's quite amazing, honestly, the fact that all these giants aren't just getting eaten by this Hydra. Like, surely these Hydra could just chomp them down one by one right now. That's a Hydra. Off sword goes. Is this the ominous shadow? Slashed. Oh, I took its jaw off. I'm not sure snakes have jaws. Do they? Yeah, they do actually. I think. I don't know. I think they do. Very small one. The bottom here. Took his mouth off. Oh damn! Is he crying? Oh no! It's like, oh, poor Hydra. He's tearing up, but he's actually just regrowing his head. Oh, pretty bad idea from Zod here, right? Like jumping straight into this Hydra. It's very snake-like. That could probably constrict him pretty roughly right now, right? Like, pretty stupid, surely. Look at him. He looks like he's in a terrible position right now. Oh, he's fucking him up. Squeezing. Chomping. Yep. Knew he'd be here. I thought that was him earlier with the giant sticks, but I'm not sure. Oh, here comes Grunbeld. His horrible little face. Whoosh. Oh, look at that. Literally, Grunbeld's got steps on him. So I find that quite funny, considering like he essentially made the Band of the Hawk his stepping stones. We saw very well like the visual of like the bodies leading up to his dream. It's quite funny how now literally his soldiers are his steps. He'll walk on them freely this time. Like yeah, it's just like it's literally doing what he'd done before. If that makes sense, I find that quite funny. Very fitting for a man like Griffith. Oh, pierced right in the eye. Okay, so that was quite unexpected, considering what we've been covering in every other chapter of this volume. But yeah, we'll get straight into the next one after reading some comments, which is Triumphant Return at Dawn, which I imagine is continuing this. Which is a bit of a shame. Again, I would have liked to see some more Casca stuff today, but it's what it is. Yeah, I kind of feel the same sentiment. I don't really care too much about this. It's cool. It's lovely artwork. But I've never, like, as you guys know, I've never really been one to love like the action in Berserk isn't my favorite thing. There's cool scenes, there's beautiful artwork, but it's like it's as with a lot of my favorite kind of stuff. The fights and the animation in a lot of my favorite anime are just like they amplify it rather than they're the thing I love about it the most. There is anime like that, Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like the anime, the fight scenes, and are the best parts about that. I mean, it's pretty much all fight scenes. I don't really care too much about the actual story of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just there to further the kind of fight scenes and so on. Like when Nanami and stuff died, again, unpopular opinion, didn't really care that much because he wasn't. It wasn't like we explored him a little bit, but no one in Jujutsu Kaisen has been majorly explored, and I don't care too much for anyone, but I still love that show because it looks phenomenal and the fight scenes are brilliant, and it has got a lot of really like Mahito. I love his character, but I love his character because it's just like simply just chaotic, if that makes sense. He is just like an absolute bastard, and I love that. But yeah, again, the fight scenes never been my favorite thing about Berserk. You guys know, all throughout the story, especially like the war fight scenes towards the start of the series, where it's just like two sets of humans going at each other and in just like a war. It's just like I love the gore scenes, but it's like it doesn't move me. It doesn't make it's not. I'm not there for that. Especially right now in Berserk, I'm especially here, like this guy says, for Casca and Guts and what's going on there. I could not care less about you. What is this? Who is that girl? That is a pretty good gift. Literally every comment just says no one cares. And why is this the one that gets marked as toxic? By the way, the one that is marked as toxic is by the one that you can tell is a woman. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Out of every one of the other comments saying the same thing. But yeah, I don't actually think we've got too many chapters left with Miura as the author. I don't think. I think so. I think my friend mentioned that the other day. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I don't think there's long left, is there? Me too, bro. Me too. I was even hoping that he might be that shadowy presence, ominous presence, because that's a good description of Skull Knight. Okay. Looks like every comment says the same thing, so we'll just move on. Wow, this one's got no likes. Holy shit. What is this? Oh, this is the same chapter. It looks slightly different, doesn't it? Why does it look different? Can't really put. Wow, what's this? That looks awesome. Can't really put a. Can't really describe it, but maybe like the contrast is up. Maybe there's more shadows. I don't really know. Not sure what this is actually. Just go to the next chapter. Which will be the final chapter, and I can't get the name up. This one's also got like no likes. Interesting. Why is that? Is this more of this? That is a pretty damn badass shot there, isn't it? Towering above the giants. Literally towering above him. That is a pretty badass shot right there. I've slain the king of the Jötunn. Got a horrible pouty ass face as well. Fuck off. Sonia, convey what I'm seeing to all on the battlefield. Understood. Sir Laban, yes. Looks like our leader has settled things personally. He does like doing that, doesn't he? He likes like his army just doing everything and then just coming in and taking out, like he did with Ganishka, just coming in and taking out the big guy at the end. General, victory is ours. All forces, finish off the enemy. Finish him off? We're not gonna... I'm surprised he's not enslaving him and like taking him for it. Look at this guy. This guy's got another little bell on his head. I like that. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not like gonna be taking him and using him. And it's just like an extermination right now. Crocodile, demon right here. Fossil. There it is. They're all dead. Again, it kind of sucks. I quite, as little as we saw these guys, I quite liked them. They quite a bit of personality to them, didn't they? And that's what I love about Miura. He adds a lot of even if we don't get a character like explained, there's a lot of personality just conveyed through their design, isn't there? Like the just like this guy right here, you can tell he's a bit of a even more of a Dumbo than the usual giant, but you could tell he had like a lot of personality. I would have loved to see that. Maybe a little side story with little bell helmet here. Again, just like little things like that add a lot, don't they? Let us return together to the city, where your loved ones await. It's a soothing sight, no matter how many times I see it. To be able to return to those we love no matter what. Yes, how true indeed. There's no better news for us as soldiers. But that doesn't mean it's okay to chase glory and expose precious young lives to danger. I know that. But for now, those monsters that pose a threat to the Eastern Highway region have been wiped out. It isn't much, but we have finally recaptured some territory. Indeed. But acquiring territory and maintaining it are not the same. Even if we settle and farm this land, monsters might return and attack. A few troops stationed here couldn't contend with that. The war demons are powerful, but their numbers are limited. Well, that's true, but that is a good thing, isn't it? The longer time goes on, the less soldiers. Well, is that true? That's the thing. He's kind of traded out, isn't he? Because he's added some human soldiers. Maybe he'll continue. Like I said here, maybe he might add some monsters that he like goes up against, like these giants. I don't think he could have, but he might have potentially like added them to his roster. But what I was going to say is, as time goes on, there'll be less and less demons under Griffith's command. Like they'll just die out from these wars and battles and such. You'd hope. So just kind of slowly whittling away at Griffith's forces is actually pretty promising, perhaps. Again, I'm not sure if there'll be like a final conflict between like Griffith and Guts and such. Like you kind of don't want there to be, because then that would really kind of emphasize Guts' character growth about the lack of revenge, and is kind of more wanting to keep Casca safe than revenge against Griffith. Like you actually don't want, as much as everyone would love to see it, you actually don't want there to be that final conflict. But if there was a final conflict and such, this would be pretty good for for Guts, I think. Though again, I say that, I think the more land he takes over, the more monsters and such he beats, they also do grow more powerful in another way, like gain followers and such. I don't know. That's stuff that might not ever even be covered, so no, not really too much point talking about it. Lord Griffith, it's there, up on that hill over there. A literal touchstone for solving a problem. Good work, Sonia. What is it you found? Ah. Over here. It's the fucking... Why does this pop up in so many things? What's it called? Stonehenge. They just I think a week ago or so they just vandalized Stonehenge, I'm pretty sure. This seems to be an ancient ruin, but Grunbeld, can you replace these as they once were? With ease. Tremendous. I bet he could build an entire fortress by himself. Although he himself is something of a stronghold. But at some point we took this site for granted. I can't think of a more reliable comrade with whom to risk my life. To be honest though, it's still a bit terrifying. I'd be terrified. Like, even if they were your comrades, just look behind you and just see that staring at you, just like, fuck off. I wouldn't look behind me because I'd be that scared. Along these lines, it's a corridor of stone pillars. Lord Griffith. Yes. Looks like we can use this. Notify all forces. Prepare for a dawn withdrawal. Gather in 2 columns at the base of this hill. Furthermore, war demons are to revert to humanoid form and put on their equipment. Yes, sir. True. They'd get stuck in that form. Well, what do you mean? If Grunbeld tried to walk through these... Is this like a Japanese kind of... I think I can't remember what it's called. These kind of look like the shrines a little bit in like Japan, where you like walk through like a quite similar looking structure. But yeah, what do you mean? Grunbeld would just destroy this if he tried walking through this, so I don't think it'd get stuck. I think it'd destroy. All forces, forward! Be sure not to lose sight of the one in front of you. What is about to happen here, do you think? Just gonna be like some kind of spiritual experience? Is this like a myth that's come to life and something like changes these guys once they go through here? Why specifically between the pillars? Could it be some victory ceremony or something? I don't know. Hey, you two, don't look away or you'll get lost. Lost? What do you... Holy shit. Damn, that is trippy right there. Spiraling, winding on a road. Now, what the hell? I do just need to reload because for whatever reason the next panel isn't loading. Okay, so this is like some kind of experience. Interesting. What the fuck? Salaman? What? Are we walking on the air right now? Flying? I kind of feel like it might be like a vortex or something between like the astral world, the human world, something like that. I don't know. I haven't really got any idea. But we are walking on air right now, I think. What is this? Are we riding through the sky? The World Twin Tree. We are now galloping through the branches of the World Twin Tree. Okay. Wow. I mentioned the Valkyrie stuff earlier with Casca. This is a little bit similar to that as well, isn't it? Like these flying soldiers on horseback. Interesting. Like I said earlier, with Griffith, like he'll lose soldiers and demons and such as time goes on, but he also gains stuff like this. Oh. Now where are we? Now where the fuck are we? And we're back? That was a short go and a half, wasn't it? Does that just like allow you to like fly? Well, I say fly. Ride on like the World Tree's routes anywhere you want? Is that what that is? That's pretty cool. I do feel like if you could fly, like sword or something, you would just rather fly though. But for the humans especially, that's pretty massive, right? Unbelievable. Have we returned to Falconia? This isn't a dream? We rode through the sky, and in the blink of an eye, the hawk. After subduing the Jötunn, the hawk performed yet another miracle. The Hawk of Light has created a new legend. We were a witness to it. No, the band of the Hawk accomplished this great feat with him. I've grown accustomed to the bazaar since the Kushan invasion, but never did I envision the day I'd ride through the sky. It means that if you ally with him, there'll be no lack of surprises awaiting you. That it does. Oh, please. How can you say that now? Being with Lord Griffith means having a part in a legend. I mean, they're not wrong, are they? They're just on the wrong side of this legend. They're actually like... Well, I say that in the scriptures and such, if this was like recorded. Makes you think about nowadays and such, doesn't it? If this was recorded. I think this is very much the kind of... I say political, the religious kind of subtext this story has a little bit. In terms of like, does every religion, does everything we read, whose perspective was it from? If it's from the perspective of the villains, of course they're going to make it seem like they're the hero. And yeah, very interesting, isn't it? Because this was recorded, it'd make Griffith seem like Jesus, would it? Be like, creates all these miracles and such from nothing. Yeah. How he got to do this was villainous as fuck. So it's like, if history's written, it kind of reminds me of One Piece as well, like the history of like One Piece and how that's. I still don't know everything about that, but it's been like written on from the side of like the government and such. So it's quite a common theme in Japanese media, actually, isn't it? The whole who actually writ these kind of the history that we do learn today, and is it actually kind of like super biased? But yeah, they're not wrong. It will be a legend, but you will be on the wrong side of that legend, depending on who writes it. Agreed. That's true. But a sky path, that's amazing. We can dispatch troops from the capital anywhere in an instant, or even evacuate in other directions. It will be a logistical breakthrough. Sorry, but it won't work out that simply. The only ones who can come and go on the branches without getting lost are the Lord Griffith and myself. Is that so? Yes, it is so. Unless you have a special perception like we do, you'll get lost in the countless forking branches and end up in some unexpected place. Really mess up, and you might wander out to the sea or deep into the earth. Even so, a march is possible with me in the lead. Yeah, I was going to say, so if they really wanted to use it, Griffith doesn't have to go, which is actually pretty good. So you could just send Sonia with like a bunch of soldiers or whatever. If we set up the ruins buried here and there, It'll prove quite useful for future military movements. Of course, that will mean relying on my medium's powers heavily. I love this stuff for Sonya. I love her reactions to it and such. She's really cute, and I like Sonya a lot. Again, you guys know I was very wary of her at the start, as I am of a lot of characters in Berserk. But I fucking hate the fact that Griffith like uses her like this. He knows what he's doing. He's always known what he's doing. He. Leave it to me. I'd race to the ends of the earth if you called. That's just sad. Like someone like this pure and wholesome is just like devoted to Griffith. Again, you could say that about the Band of the Hawk as well, ages ago. But you didn't know back then, is the thing. Sucks. But for now, a triumphant return with the morning sun. And it's not like there could be like any kind of like change for Sonya, is it? It's not like if she met Guts and Guts like told her everything, it would change anything. It wouldn't change anything. If Griffith died somehow, some way, Sonya would be a broken human being, I think. And that is it. Okay. Again, not the most interesting chapters today, were they? Again, I did think it was quite interesting, the whole kind of again religious kind of what do you call it? Yeah, just the stuff kind of talking a bit about like history and potential like religious stuff that might have been recorded in part of a legend or myth that is just again just a load of bollocks meant to kind of brainwash you and such. And to portray things in a different manner than it was and actually happened. Yeah, decent stuff. Like I said, I would have really loved to see more of the Casca Guts stuff today, which I was actually expecting to see. But yeah, some lovely artwork, that's for sure. But again, I don't care too much about these battles and such. Yeah, let's read some comments before we finish off today. Seems like again the comment sections feel the same way. Yet again. I do like Sonya though, so I appreciate seeing her. I also feel like this could be the case. I feel like, as I said, the fact that Sonya could be like sent by herself with some soldiers, I feel like he would just easily sacrifice her, as you've seen him sacrifice many people to achieve something he wants to achieve. He just send her off with a bunch of humans, just get no sacrifice, and then swoop in afterwards to pick up whatever he wants or something like that. Sorry guys, I've got pretty bad hay fever, struggling to breathe from my nose, so I don't know if I sound. I've listened to myself back and I think I sound similar, but from my perspective, hearing myself, I sound very weird, so apologies. This comment has got more than twice. It's again been marked as, maybe this person has just been marked as toxic for some reason. This comment has got more than twice as many likes as the chapter. But yeah, he kind of did unlock fast travel, which is a very powerful tool, isn't it? Less so for him because, as I said earlier, I think flying can get you places pretty quickly. Not as quickly as these branches, it doesn't seem, but I think again the major thing is he can transport a shit ton of whatever he wants in such a short amount of time, as long as he or Sonya is there. And that's where the real kind of value lies in. It was pretty ominous, that, wasn't it? Maybe that time is coming up again soon, perhaps. Another eclipse of sorts. What do you mean I was going to say earlier the fact that we didn't actually have any dialogue in the first chapter of the last chapter till about the halfway point. There wasn't much dialogue at all today. And this guy still says, I am reading all that. I do reckon some people don't actually even bother reading manga. They just look through the photos. That's probably something I would have done as a kid. Looks like a lot of people skip stuff here. Like people saying pointless moment. Is this a pointless moment? Well, this is a pretty big moment. I feel like this is gonna come in. I don't know. Again, I feel like there was some really good. Again, obviously not my favorite chapters. Like I said, I would have much rather seen Casca and Guts. I still feel like there was something to be said here. Again, like I said, like the religious and the legend stuff. I feel like there's something to be said here, as well as a lot of setup here in terms of this kind of travel that they've got. I wouldn't say it's pointless, but you know, again, not my favorite things here. But I wouldn't go that far. Okay. Yeah, not too much else in the comment section here. Again, I do forget exactly when it does switch. I think it is relatively soon. Again, my friend did tell me, but I forgot. What chapter? This is very ominous to type in. There's Miura's last. 364. So we've still got quite a few chapters actually with the main man at the helm. 364. Yeah, we got like 7, and then only like 10 after that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, very much thank you for watching. If you did watch all the way through, as I said, it doesn't look like these are anyone's favourite chapters or anything. It seems like a lot of people didn't like this, but again, I thought there was some value here for sure. Do let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back next week with the start of the next volume, which I won't spoil for myself. So see you guys then, and have a good rest of your day.